Hey, this is Sonny in the 419. I'm here at in big town of Clyde at the Red Roof Inn with JD on the right and Rocky on the left here from the long road, right?
Long road, absolutely.
Long road. Man, what made you decide, JD, to use Route 20?
We kind of had a discussion. We were going to do this pre-pandemic.
Right?
It kind of manifested from cycling to biking to different things, and we ended up running or walking. And we decided it was going to be on the USS Constitution because we both served in the U.S. Marine Corps, and that is still the oldest commissioned naval warship. And it was
Okay.
Constitution Harbor, 1775, very historic, and just figured Route 20 starts in Boston Harbor. So when we actually started plotting the treks and laying maps out,
Uh-huh.
it hit us. Rather than doing 1 mile this way, 3 miles, let's do this, we instantly noticed Route 20 runs all the way across this
Yeah.
corridor, and it's America's longest highway.
longest.
And we figured between there, all the way to the other end of Newport, Oregon, we could stay within that corridor. That's a very good lead to where you're not really pressing a GPS every day.
Right.
You stay along that route. It's also been 20 years since 9/11, and both of us had
true.
fought in Iraq in 9/11. So it's kind of a little bit of an homage that is out there to our generation of fighting. And then more importantly, or I would say equally important, is this is on the books to be deemed, I believe, America's Medal of Honor highway. I'm the national commander of America's oldest veteran service organization called the Legion of Valor. It was originally the Medal of Honor Society in 1890.
Okay.
It's going to be deemed that, and also taking America's longest road is representative of the mission work that we do to go around the world to locate America's missing in action and the long road that it's taken to bring them back home.
Wow. That's very interesting. I love that history part of it. Now, Rocky, how long have you known JD?
Since 2010.
Okay, I was wondering if you guys served, but
Yeah.
okay, together? You served together?
Yeah, we did. I worked for him.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. So, are you guys from the same part of the same city?
No.
Okay,
No, we were stationed together in Hawaii.
okay, gotcha.
And Rocky was smart enough to stay there for a while. And that's where he currently
So,
lives.
whose idea was this?
I think it was kind of a collective.
Okay, you guys both kind of talking.
No, it was his idea, and I agreed to it.
We've been doing since we both got out. We have the luxury of having a very blessed life,
Yeah.
beautiful families, time being both retired from the
Right.
U.S. Marines now, and for the past few years, since Rocky's gotten out, we've kind of gotten together to do some cool things
Yep.
over the years. Like we'll just pick a place in America and say meet me here, and whether that's a Bears Greens Bay game or something at Lambeau Field,
Uh-huh.
or to do something, go to Washington D.C. together to walk monuments. We kind of started picking out an annual thing
Uh-huh.
to get together to do, and I think the annual thing just kind of kept escalating to like, well, what else can we do?
It definitely sounds like it.
Yeah.
And this is a good one, I tell you what.
2023 is going to be a riot.
Right.
Oh boy. Well, we'll let you go. I know you guys are ready to get going. We're going to meet you in Fremont.
Awesome.
So,
Looking forward to
thanks
it.
for coming to Clyde. Thank you for what you guys are doing, man. This is awesome.
Thanks for coming
I
out
really
today.
appreciate
Sonny.
it.
Appreciate it.
It's pretty
We'll see
awesome
you-
what you're doing as well.
Thank you, sir. We'll see you on the trail. I'll be walking with you.
All right, man.
Here we are on the North Coast Inland Bike Trail here on Fremont. We got two guys, Rocky and JD, who's made it their mission, who are retired Marine vets from, I think they had like 56 years total service together between them, and they made a mission. And their mission was to travel from Boston all the way across the country to Oregon, the state of Oregon, primarily using Route 20. But occasionally, whenever they get into some heavy traffic areas, they jump on a bike trail like this one, if it's parallel. So they should be coming. I think I see them coming, and we're gonna hook up with them and ask some questions and walk them into the Fremont VFW 2947. Give them a little break and present them with some checks for their charitable causes. So we'll be right back with JD and Rocky. So I bet you guys have met some pretty unique people along the way, huh?
We meet really great people. They're around here. And they're, you know, you would think even though they're from different states, there's just a resounding like fluoride in the water, whether it's Massachusetts, New York, Pennsylvania, through here. The 20, with the exception of some hubs like Cleveland and that, the 20 is a working class highway.
It is, yeah, it really is.
You know, they may call it the longest road, but, you know, and there's another thing that they're, you know, I alluded to, it's, they're adopting it as the Medal of Honor Highway of the nation.
Yep. That's it, yeah.
I really would have tagged this thing like the great working class, America's working class highway.
You're right. Yeah.
Probably even more working class than Route 66. Because that was more touristy.
Yeah, that was more touristy.
And it was made to drive tourism to that.
To get to Vegas and all
yeah,
that.
westward expansion. And here's the beauty of this. Route 20 is just hard-working people making a living.
Yep.
And then when you see the interstates show up, and you hear people in New York tell you about what this town used to be 60 years ago, until whatever showed up, and then it bypassed our town and took all the convenience stores away, the mom and pop places, because they're over off of the interstate now.
They all got shut out, kind of. Some
it's
of them.
no different through here. Yep. And you still get to see remnants of old America through here. Some of them aren't pretty. You know, it really, a large part of it's sad because it kind of looks like a vision of what American decline is
Right.
in a century. But even with those warehouses and like you said, you know, you working down here at Whirlpool.
Right.
All these places around here, all the way through Canton, Akron, Youngstown, everything, there used to be something that was the main industry that drove everybody there.
Every town, yeah, had something.
And they're not there right now. They've all moved out. The warehouses are falling down. And you see that all through here. But in between those things that looks like Planet of the Apes and growing over, it's still connected to American farms. And the farmers that have owned those and tilled those fields, even when that, you know, our family tills that stuff since before that factory was even there in the 1890s. And those families are still there because they were still farming when everybody else was going to those factories to work. And then the factories disappeared, but the farms didn't. So you see all these towns just tied by a very unique farm system, all still connected by the old railroad tracks.
Yep,
like the ones that we have here. So Ohio's really a unique study in that, because that tapestry like that is woven across Ohio of a couple of big epicenters tied with these really beautiful, unique, small American towns. And what was the one yesterday? Bellevue.
Bellevue,
right?
yeah.
We walked through Bellevue. Rocky always likes to, he has a phrase when he goes into a town, he's like, you know, you can see signs of a good government or a bad government, like a local government.
Right.
Like look at the roads or look at this.
Yeah.
We got into Bellevue and the sidewalks were beautiful.
Yes,
they were as wide as this path.
Yes, I love that.
He's like, good government that's here. But Bellevue, downtown old Bellevue, was clean. There's no graffiti all over everything.
Yeah.
And all the stores, even though 3/4 of them are empty, the buildings are still being upkept.
Yeah.
And it's like they're trying to build something to still put small town America.
Attract something there.
To attract them back in those stores rather than just tear it down. And that's really neat to see.
It is.
People making investments into a lot of these small historic towns rather than just do the building developing thing of, you know what, it's just cheaper to razz it all and we'll just build something new. Now, I don't care what you're building now, you're not building something quality that 1890 is at the top of that building. It's hard to match that quality.
Especially with today's
Yeah.
whatever you're buying all this stuff isn't made the same to begin with, and you're trying to put it together on a building.
I mean, you working for Whirlpool, growing up in Ohio, whether it's Frigidaires, Whirlpools, I mean, these are the staple
Like
industries
Maytag
that I
and,
remembered the people that came to your house that fixed those things because you just didn't get something new. Or the freezer downstairs that you don't know what's in it because there's so much ice packed into it because there's probably a leak in the seal. Yeah, but it's been in the basement since the 50s, and everybody today would love to have a freezer like that. Not just for like the Art Deco elegance of it, but they just made them to last.
Yes, built to last. You
Built to last.
decades. They last
That was
decades.
an American tradition. Was
Handed
built
down.
to last. Yep.
Yeah, I'll make sure. I know Mayor Strecker is my a friend of mine in Bellevue. I'll make sure I tell him.
Yeah, please do.
Yeah.
I mean, you could see the really nice homes that were along that.
The bones are there for a revitalization of the glamorous 1950s road trip, taking a family on a vacation and hitting all these spots. Everything you need is right there.
Yeah.
Now this is the Sandusky River. Now you'll see
At a low
hundreds
point, it
and
looks like Lake
hundreds
Mead.
and thousands of people will come here and fish during walleye season.
Yep.
From all over. Yes. So we're just gonna go down by the police car there,
Absolutely.
and that's gonna take us right into the VFW.
Some channeling wire up here.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me. Why not? Take advantage when you get it.
Welcome to Fremont, guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Sonny.
I don't know how far you walk.
Number one VFW in Ohio, right here.
Not bad.
Us as auxiliary from the Fremont VFW Post would like to present to you guys $400 towards your cause.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
Step in there, Susie.
Get it? Yep. Okay. You, Frank. You're up.
Okay, Sergeant Majors, the VFW is going to give you $500.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Then we have individuals. We have Steve Green gave $50, Rich Ohms gave 20, Mary Affiliator gave 20, Bill Haas donated 20, and Shelley from Chalukes donated 100.
Thank you individually to everybody for that.
No, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
Pretty awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, good luck to you guys.